You startled me. Where did you spring from? Nice to meet you. I'm Gotti, Park Ranger. Perhaps you'd like to take a tour with me. It's boring here on my own. Yes? Excellent. Yalla, let's go. Jump in. Oof. Yalla. So welcome to Timna Park. Why is it called Timna? I'm glad you asked. In the past, this amazing place was part of the land of Edom, the country of Esau and his sons. And it turns out that one of Esau's naughty sons, Eilat, had a secret, a mistress, called, you guessed it, Timna. Apart from that, Timna is the name of one of the regions in Edom. So, until someone says otherwise, the place is called after the region or after the lady. As you can see, this valley is quiet, tranquil. But in the past, things happened here. There were characters here. I'd have loved to see it. You won't believe it, but if you had come to visit 100 million years ago, we would have taken this tour with a snorkel and a mask. The entire region was covered by the sea, the ancient Thetis Sea. When the Thetis Sea retreated, the land left behind was filled with elements and minerals. And then, one day, there was a shift. Or more exactly, a rift. The Syrian-African rift. Enormous forces within the earth shifted the land in the region, and the rains and floods created the Timna Valley. When all the fun and games were over, layers of ancient rock were revealed in the valley that had formed, and in them the glorious mineral with actual superpowers. Copper. Today we know that copper is used to make eating utensils, munitions, and it's still used in our cell phones. But it was generations before people understood what was hidden here in the cliffs. "7,000 years ago, the ancient residents of the Arava first discovered the blue-green mineral in the rocks. Captivated by the color of the copper, they dug it out with stone axes and used it to make decorations for ritual ceremonies and jewelry for the wedding days. "1,500 years passed until the Chalcolithic period. No, mankind didn't calculate anything, but rather discovered metal. Guess who were the first in the world to discover that copper could be turned into a metal? Us. That's right. Our guys at Timna. They understood that with all due respect to ornaments, you could also use it to make eating utensils, work tools, weapons. Respect. Don't worry, this isn't some graffiti that someone scrawled here. This is a genuine relief drawn 3,200 years ago by Egyptian copper miners. What were the Egyptians doing here? Minding their own business. This was the time of Pharaoh Ramses in Egypt. His glorious majesty required enormous quantities of copper to build his new empire. When he heard that his neighbors in Timna had a bottomless supply of the product, he sent teams of workers here and ordered them to come up with the goods fast. What's happening here today? Never mind, let's get on with the tour. I have an idea. Do you want to see a real copper mine from the inside? Come on, but don't tell anyone. Let's go in. Don't be afraid, come on.
Tatmas, where did you go, for heaven's sake?
Tatmas? What's going on here? What's the skirt? Who are you?
Have you been hit on the head by a lump of copper, Tutmas? It's me, your friend Shishak, from Pitom on the banks of the Nile.
Shishak? Nile? Where am I?
In the shaft we dug together. 70 cubits beneath Timna, don't you remember?
Timna. Rings a bell. Speaking of ringing, have you seen my cell?
Fell, yes you fell. Calm down. You're suffering from a lack of fresh air, but stick with me and everything will be okay. While you were gone, the foreman ordered me to dig another shaft and a horizontal tunnel following the copper, and that's what I did. Without your help, of course.
Tunnel? What for?
To bring in fresh air, so they can extend the mine. And mainly, my confused friend, so that we can get the copper ore out more easily. Come on, let's go to extraction camp.
So many people. Say, is this copper?
This is the rock that contains copper. It's crushed and smelted. When the copper cools down, it's made into ingots.
What do I do with the ingots?
Come, I'll show you. Over here.
Are these the copper ingots?
Yes. Some of the copper ingots are sent to Pharaoh. And some are melted down again to make tools and offerings to the goddess Hathor.
Let's go to the temple.
Come. Are you crazy, Tutmas? Cast your eyes down at once and bow to the goddess Hathor.
The goddess Hathor?
The goddess who protects us copper miners. Look away from her.
Strange. Where were we? Oh yes. In the middle of the 12th century BC, the Egyptians left Timna and the Midianites became the new rulers. But the most amazing thing found here, in the excavations, was the famed copper snake. An antique copper snake, a 12-centimeter masterpiece with marks for the two eyes. Incidentally, the copper snake is mentioned in the Torah and in other cultures as a source of healing and power, and is used today as a symbol of medicine. Oh, Timna, how lovely. The Timna copper also captivated other cultures. The Edomites, Nabateans, the Romans, and the Arabs. Until 1,000 years ago. Then thousands of years of copper mining came to an end, and the copper went back to sleep. Until Ben-Gurion arrived. In 1956, as part of his vision of making the desert bloom, the then Prime Minister gave his blessing to reopening the Timna mines. Incidentally, the entrance to the mine is just here, across the lake. Okay guys, my shift is over. Coming in tomorrow, we'll have some action here. Today, that... Excellent. Bye. Just another day.